Welcome to the Wizards 3 podcast. I'm Macklin.
I'm Aiden.
And I'm Sawyer.
Welcome back to, depending on your loyalty to the podcast. For those new here, we're just three friends talk about stuff, things and stuff. How's everyone doing today?
Pretty good.
Can't complain. We're back from the break. We're hanging out. We're having fun. All that fun stuff.
Just chilling, just having a good time back in the
we're
city.
back. We're back. We're ready to podcast again. You know how it is.
Yeah.
You know how it is.
Yeah. Even if you aren't ready, we are ready. So prepare for our podcast.
Or else.
Or else.
Bitch. Whoa.
Starting off with a bang this year.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of bang, news.
What? Wait, what?
No, just like...
None of my news has to do with banging. Anyways.
Like surprise news. I don't know. I was just trying to make a transition.
That segue was worse than Paul Blart's. Anyways, it's time. First things first, let's talk comic books. This is going to be quick because I'd like to get into the rest of the episode, but also because this is the first week since starting to do this that there are no new number ones, like really big number ones coming out. So I was super surprised to hear that, but there are new issues of Ultimate Spider-Man, Absolute Wonder Woman, Superman, Justice League Unlimited, Uncanny X-Men, Wolverine Revenge, Iron Man, Hyde Street, and just a whole bunch more. It's a really great week for comics, just not a great week for number ones apparently. But yeah, there's my comic talk. It's super quick today. So anyways, we have been missing... presumed alive, I hope, for the past couple weeks because of technical difficulties and, break and all that kind of stuff. So we missed the Golden Globes, which was a while ago now. So if you were just waiting, sitting here, shivering in your boots, waiting for us to talk about the Golden Globes, your time is here.
Shivering in me timbers.
It was a good show. Overall, I would say I'm a little bit scared for the Oscars, but overall, my number one takeaway is let us see The Brutalist. It's not playing anywhere near us, and I'd really, really, really like to see it. Because it won Best Picture Drama. The director, Brady Corbett, I don't know if it's Corbett or Corbet. I've heard it said both ways. I'm going to say Corbett because Macklin's here.
Hi.
And his name's Brady. I think that's so funny. Brady Corbett won Best Director, and Adrian Brody won Best Actor in a Drama. Amelia Perez picked up Best Picture, Musical or Comedy, and also Zoe Saldana won for Best Supporting Actress. The film itself is very meh, in my opinion. I didn't find anything that I loved in it. I didn't find it super offensive, but it's... The more I hear about the making of the film, the more I'm like, oh, why is this getting so much press? It's like the director is French, but the film is
That's enough.
The director's French, but the film is set in Mexico and deals with Mexican issues.
Okay.
And he didn't bother looking it up at all.
I see.
He was like, no, what I wrote is right. So
That's always the smartest move.
yeah.
Absolutely.
To the surprise of no one, Kieran Culkin won supporting actor for Real Pain. That seems to be a recurring thing. I'm sure it'll be an Oscar. I haven't seen I'm Still Here, but Fernanda Torres won for Best Actress in a Drama. I look forward to watching that. It's supposed to be really good. A film I have seen is A Different Man, which Sebastian Stan won Best Actor, Musical or Comedy, which is really great. Different Man is really good, but the performance of the best performance in the movie is not Sebastian Stan. It's the supporting actor in the film, Adam Pearson, who is he's disfigured, and he's absolutely incredible in the film. He rated. Do you know when somebody's too positive?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
he has that like unshakable positivity that like drives Sebastian Stan mad, and it's so good. Adam Pearson is getting no love, and he deserves it all because he's so good. And then the last thing to bring up is shockingly, for the when Best Actress Musical or Comedy, Demi Moore won for The Substance.
Ooh.
My money was on Mikey Madison in Honora. Honora won no Golden Globes, which was honestly shocking. Definitely deserved to win over Amelia Perez, but that's just me. But I think Demi Moore winning is huge because, like, I think that Mikey Madison, while she's really great, I think that like she's gonna have a great career. This is Demi Moore's first award, and she's 60.
She was 60? She is like,
She's 60.
What?
Yeah, and she looks
She doesn't
incredible.
look it.
Like, and I mean, I just rewatched The Substance like 2 days ago, and she is like really, really great in that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, everybody that's seen the movie knows, like, she gives a really, really great performance in that. But yeah, those are the Golden Globes. It'll be interesting to see how the Oscars shake out. The nominations go live in a few weeks. They were delayed because of the fires in Los Angeles. We send our love to the people affected. Everybody except for no, I'm just kidding. everybody affected. Anyways, that's all for the Golden Globes. I've still got a few more
Tidbits of news.
Yeah, so apparently a live-action Horizon Zero Dawn adaptation is in the works at Sony Pictures.
Wait, actually?
There's nothing known about it. It's apparently there's a Helldivers movie in the
I've heard
works
about
as
that.
well.
That one does seem interesting.
So I haven't heard anything about either of these other than that they're happening.
I'm really, really interested in the Horizon project now. I love the games so much. They're some of my favorite video game stories.
Yeah, so that's I knew Aiden was going to react like that, so I put it in there. Here's another one that I think Aiden will like. The team from The Beekeeper, director David Ayer and star Jason Statham, reunite this year for A Working Man, where Jason Statham plays a construction worker who is revealed to have a particular set of skills when his employer's daughter is kidnapped. Apparently, the film was written by Sylvester Stallone, and it releases in March. The first trailer was just released. David Harbour's also in the movie. He plays like...
What?
Yeah, it looks really great. I mean...
Dang.
The Beekeeper fucking rocked.
I really like The Beekeeper.
Michael Pena is in it as well. He plays the father of the daughter that's kidnapped. So, I'm very excited for this. This is going to be great.
I'm pumped. I'm excited to see how Sylvester Stallone does in the writing department.
Yeah. He wrote Rocky. Like, he's a super talented writer. Like, legitimately. I'm not even bullshitting you right now.
No, I believe you.
And then the last bit of news I have is that the Until Dawn movie is set in the same universe as the game. But it does follow a new series of characters. But Peter Stormare, who plays the Doctor in the game, he's reprising his role. But this film follows a group of friends stalked by a masked killer and stuck in a time loop with the only way to escape being to survive until dawn. So it was directed by David F. Sandberg, who directed Annabelle Creation, which is, in my opinion, one of the best Conjuring movies, if not the best. It's f***ing great. And the film releases in April. I think it looks really cool. It was just, I understand the idea of like, yeah, it's not Until Dawn. But I mean, it's like, it's set in the same world. It's got similar characters. I don't find it offensive.
Say, once I found out, I haven't actually played Until Dawn, but I'm relatively familiar with the world. But once you said that they were different characters and it's just like a continuation of the story, I'm in on it now. I think that's so much, like, that's such a better way to do it.
It's like using the ideas from the games, like the idea of whatever. I mean, I bought Until Dawn years. I think it was a year ago.
Yeah, it was about a year ago.
And the three of us were played it together
Once.
We didn't. No, we played like one session together, and it was like an hour.
Yeah.
So we're not very far into it, and we haven't picked it back up. Don't take that as a bad thing.
Yes, please don't. I've heard great.
I really want to finish it because
What we did see about the game was really interesting. So
yeah, no, I was like, this is sick, but then we just for whatever reason never finished.
Yeah, and I've talked to some people who I know, and they say that Until Dawn is like a fantastic series, and the endings, the story is really interesting.
So I think that we're all hooked and ready to watch that. I think it'll be really good. But yeah, that's I can see where people are coming from when it comes to like, yo, that's not Until Dawn. But it's like, it looks like they like are able to be like, hey, we don't want to adapt that because if you want to see that story, play the game.
Yeah.
I liked what they said in the. I find this part really interesting in the little teaser that they put out. They like every time that there's a new time loop, it's a different horror genre, which I think is just so interesting.
That sounds like it would be a lot of fun.
So that's the part that hooked me for real, and I was like, I'm looking forward to that. So, yeah.
Yeah. I think I can understand when fans get like really hard and aggressive on these things because like this is an Until Dawn, and that's fair. But like maybe give everything a chance. Like I do, like an example, the Minecraft movie. Do I think it looks bad? Yeah, but I'm giving it a chance no matter what.
Here's my opinion. No one asked for it, but here I go.
Aiden, fun
when
fact.
have I heard that before?
Our podcast, we talk about our opinions.
I agree with the sentiment, but not usually what they intend when they say that kind of thing, because. And like I know I've covered this a billion times, and everyone's getting old of hearing it. But like when I heard the Uncharted movie was coming out, I was really excited because I love the games and I think the stories are really interesting. I expected them to do something new and different, but I also expected them to respect the characters and respect the world that they're setting their movie in. But when the movie came out, they didn't really do any of that. So that's why it frustrates people. The reason that I was iffy about Until Dawn at the start is because I had a feeling that it was going to go the same route, just because we haven't had a lot of really great video game adaptations. Thankfully, it's actually kind of been getting better in the last couple of years. I mean, honestly, I think the Sonic movies are pretty great video game adaptations. They respect their source media and they,
expand upon it and tell their own story.
Exactly, and I think that's really great. The Secret Level series that came out, I guess the end of last year, was really, really great. It was the same thing. And usually, like, a lot of the comments that I'm hearing about the Until Dawn is that if they're going to do Until Dawn and don't just be like, we're going to do this movie with like a similar idea and just throw the Until Dawn name on it because that'll make money. But I don't know, it's like if you were going to do like a Thing movie, like make another The Thing, right?
Yeah.
But it was a completely different alien, completely different time, completely different characters, everything. The only similarity was that it was a shapeshifter. But you just threw The Thing on it because you can.
That's kind of what the 2011 one is like.
The remake? Or the
It's-
prequel?
It's the prequel.
It's a prequel with the same name because we wouldn't like that was what they were doing at the time.
Yeah, because if you just named your movie The Thing, it's kind of hard to tell apart because the movie is John Carpenter's The Thing. That's the full. That's its legal name.
Okay.
But yeah.
Anyways, that's enough talking about Until Dawn. What are we sitting at? I feel like that's a good time for a break right now. We can come back and talk about our most anticipated movies of the year.
That sounds good. Well, we'll be right back.
Yeah, so we briefly mentioned it last week when we recorded, but like I haven't.
That part is not in the episode.
Okay, so we did talk about it, but due to technical difficulties and our own exhaustion, we did not
do the topic enough justice, to say the least.
Yeah, so it's the start of the year. There's not really anything exciting happening. Wolfman's out. We'll probably see it.
Soon.
I'm definitely going to see Den of Thieves Pantera, but nothing super duper exciting. So I thought that it would be the perfect time to talk about our most anticipated movies of the year. So the three of us have compiled our lists of our 5 most anticipated movies of the year.
With some honorable
With a
mentions.
bunch of honorable mentions. I have 21 total films.
Holy, wow.
So it's not just movies that we're talking about. If there's games, comics, I don't have any comics on my list. I'll probably talk about some of them in the honorable mentions. But five, and if I'm putting comics in the 5, like it's like I can't do
Is this
it.
5 overall?
Yeah,
Okay.
or if you want to do 5 of each, that's fine too. Aiden, that's good.
Okay.
Wait, 5 overall? Like
Wait, okay, what are you trying to say?
what Aiden just said, 5 overall.
Aiden said Aiden is doing 5 games and 5 movies. I'm just doing 5
I only
movies.
have 3 comic books because those are the only 3 like series.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm doing
reading.
5 movies. I'm looking up games right now.
Don't worry about it. Aiden is the video game guy.
That's fair.
I can do 5 comic books if you'd like. 5 new comics.
Yeah, that's probably better because the ones
Yep.
that I've technically haven't started this year. Well, yeah, no, they haven't.
They're continuing series rather than new series.
Yeah.
I'll talk new series.
Sweet.
So yeah. So do you want to do our movies first and then games, or do you want to do I can just quickly rattle through the comics? You can quickly rattle through the games.
I think that would be
Sure.
a bit better.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll do you want me to go first?
Yep.
Okay, so these aren't in any order because this was something that I was sprung with. I spranged myself. For my top 5 most anticipated comics, I'm gonna go with the Invincible Battle Beast, which
That's a
Ryan
good one. Robert Kirkman.
Robert Kirkman and Ryan Stegman looks really, really great. Jamal Campbell's almost said Zendaya, Zatanna series that looks really, really great. I'm very excited for that. Jamal Campbell is just an incredible artist, and I look forward to what he's cooking up as a writer. I'm looking forward to pretty much everything that's coming out of One World Under Doom, which is the big Marvel crossover, but I'm really looking forward to Thunderbolt's Doomstrike. I'm a big fan of the Thunderbolts, and it's from Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing, whose Captain America and then Thunderbolts runs are really, really great. How many is that? What is that? Is that 3?
Yep. I'd say so.
Okay. Give me a second here. Let's see. For the 4th one, I'm gonna go with Universal Monsters: The Mummy. This is Faith Aaron Hicks as the writer and artist. These Universal Monster comics have been really great. I read Dracula, which is far and away the best. It's James Tynion IV and Bill Simmons, who they are the team behind Department of Truth. So that's unmatched. It's just incredibly gorgeous retelling of Dracula. And Frankenstein was really interesting. It was a different take on it, and so I'm looking forward to reading this at some point. And then the last one, I'm gonna give it. You know what? For the sake of hope, I'm gonna give it to The Amazing Spider-Man. It's coming back with a number 1 after the Deaths of Spider-Man. This is happening in, I think it's April. I don't have very much hope for this series because I think that it's probably going to follow the trend of the last couple series of trying to make Peter act young while being 38.
Yeah, and it's hard to compare to Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, so those are my top 5 most anticipated comics that I thought of right now. If I missed any... Oh, shit. No, take Spider-Man off. Take Spider-Man off. I'm putting the entire Marvel Universe versus Godzilla series there. I can't believe I forgot about that. That's my bad, dude. That is my bad. That's putting there. Starting with, I talked about it last time we did news with the Godzilla versus Fantastic Four. I think it's f***ing awesome. So yeah, there's my real top 5.
Aiden, top 5 video games, Mr. Video Game Man.
Oh shit. Do you mind if a couple of other
please go.
things? Ultimate or not ultimate, absolute Martian Manhunter from Dennis Kaplan, Javier Rodriguez, Jeff Lemire, and Nick Robles, Absolute Flash, and Al Ewing, and the artist who I cannot remember, and I'm very sorry, Absolute Green Lantern, as well as Peacemaker Presents Vigilante / Eagly double feature. I think that's really funny.
That's awesome.
That's pretty cute, actually.
Yeah.
All right, me?
Yeah.
Okie dokie.
Jahoy Lindsay.
So, my 5 most anticipated games of 2025. This is kind of an eclectic list. The first one that I wanted to mention was Hell Is Us. It's a new horror survival game coming out pretty soon. It looks really, really interesting. The art style looks really cool, and when I saw the trailer, the creatures initially reminded me of The Spot, so I was kind of captured by that. But no, it looks really cool, and I'm excited to see more about the world that they're creating. It looks really, really fascinating. Next is Ghost of Yotei. I haven't played Ghost of Tsushima, but it looks absolutely amazing.
Ghost of Tsushima's fucking incredible, dude.
And I'm extremely pumped. There's a lot of games coming out this year that I'm probably not going to get, but these are like the ones that are definitely on my list.
If you like, I don't remember. No, I think Sam still has my copy of Ghost of Tsushima. He played through and beat that game in like very quickly.
The
He was a
director's
huge fan.
cut has been going on sale pretty regularly, so I'm thinking eventually I'm going to get that.
You
'cause
should.
It looks
It's
really cool.
so good, dude.
One of
There's
the most
a
cinematic games in history.
there's a version. You can play it in black and white Kurosawa style. Like
That's
and it's
badass.
so sick, dude.
I mean, I remember you telling us that, and you're like, I didn't play it when I did that because I wanted to see all the beautiful colors, but it's awesome that there's that option.
So it's like every time you turn it off, you're like, okay. And you turn it back on, you're like, holy shit. Because it's like there's moments where you meditate and it gives you a haiku. And in those moments, I'm like, I am literally at peace. It's gorgeous, dude. And Ghost of Yotei looks so good. Did I say that right?
Yeah. I don't know how to say it. I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's what I'm
the
thinking.
popular pronunciation so far.
So,
I need to stop looking at comics because I keep seeing more that are. I'm like, damn, why did I didn't talk about that?
Stop it, sorry.
all right, the next one is The Midnight Walk. All of these games I really kind of noticed during PlayStation's showcase earlier or late last year, I guess. Oh my goodness.
It's all the same.
Yeah, but it looks really, really cool. The game is supposed to be fully claymation animated, and I think that's
Hell yeah.
really, really cool. It looks interesting with a really unique art style that I haven't seen in a lot of games. It's kind of reminiscent of the Little Nightmares series. I don't know if any of you guys know that.
I've heard about it.
A
I will
little
say,
bit.
I've seen that game like pop up for free or on sale a few times, and I'm like, man, it looks like such a fun, cute little game to play. It is a horror game, and I've talked to some people about it, and they're like, yeah, no, it's not cutesy at all. It's like traumatizing.
Yeah, it's a tough game. The third one, this isn't on my list, but the third one is coming out in 2025, so that'll be cool. But no, The Midnight Walk looks really interesting. I don't really know if there's a lot known about it, but maybe there is. You might just have to Google. Next, I picked Baby Steps. I'm not like a huge rage game person. I liked Cuphead, having completed it. I also liked Getting Over It, having completed it. But it looks really cool. Looks like it's doing something relatively unique with the formula, so I'm excited. And lastly is Marvel's Wolverine. Should be coming out this year. The more I see about it, the more excited I get. I'm really pumped to see how Insomniac handles a different hero that is way different from Spider-Man, which they did do really, really well. So, yeah, those are my 5. The only 2 honorable mentions I have are Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, because I saw this and it was amazing. I started this list a couple days ago, and that was the first one that I put on the list, but I didn't title the list, and then I forgot about the list for like 2 days. So when I opened the list, I think we were playing Fortnite, all of us together. But I opened the list, and the only thing on it was Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, and I got really, really confused for a minute. And then lastly is Doom: The Dark Ages. It looks absolutely fantastic. I've just recently started playing through like the first Doom game, like the original, and it's pretty fun. So I'm probably going to try to work my way through this series if I can muster up the courage. I'm not very good at it, but I like it. Yeah.
Nice.
Mic drop.
Awesome.
Please don't drop the mic. Not again.
So with that, we can get into our top most anticipated movies of the year. Do we want to do our 5 and then our honorable mentions? Does that sound good?
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Awesome. Macklin, you can go first since you
Sounds
haven't
good.
talked in a little while.
My number 5 is I was gonna say you all already know it, but you don't because you didn't hear that part, dear listener. It's the new Osgood Perkins movie, The Monkey.
Dude, I have it on my list. It's number 8.
It looks like it's going to be a lot.
These
Like, I haven't seen much
numbers
of it,
mean
but I'm
anything.
excited because Osgood Perkins is the guy who directed Longlegs, and Longlegs is fantastic. The Monkey, it's about one of those toys that has the symbols that like clap together and they look kind of scary. And I think I probably told this story on the podcast in an actual episode we released, but Toy Story 3, I never was able to watch it fully because there was that monkey in that and it scared the hell out of me. And to this day, I still haven't watched it. Not because I've been actively avoiding it. It's just like I haven't ever been like, I'll turn on Toy Story 3, why not? But yeah. The Monkey looks like it's going to be a lot of fun and maybe I'll overcome my fear.
So the cast of this movie is crazy. Theo James, Elijah Wood, Tatiana Maslany, Rohan Campbell, and I mean a bunch more, but like those are the big ones. This is based off of a Stephen King short story. And the book, this is me. I'm going to talk myself up a bit, but I've started reading novels again because I'm halfway through the book Horror Movie by Peter Tremblay. So good, so good. So I bought the book that this short story is included in, and I'm super excited. I think it's called Skeleton Crew Stories. So Skeleton Crew : Stories, and I'm gonna read it before this. Not like Star Wars. Yeah, so and this movie looks super. The thing is that it's not gonna be like Longlegs. It's going to be like super gory and darkly funny, and it looks awesome.
And I'm all for it.
Yeah. Sorry to hijack that, but
It's all good. I'm happy you had more to say.
Aiden, do you want to go or do you want me to go? I can go if you'd like.
Yeah.
Okay, my number 5 is Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning, which is what is this, 9th movie? What is that?
It's a lot of movies.
It's the 8th Mission Impossible movie. When this movie comes out, we will be talking about the rest of the movies once all the boys have seen them all. I might have Nasa on as the resident Tom Cruise stan. This movie looks so good. It is a wonderful send-off of the entire franchise, and I absolutely cannot wait. It's gonna be so good. I just know it's gonna be wonderful because what
Is
can
Mission
go wrong?
Impossible?
Mission Impossible hasn't made a bad movie since number 2, and number 2 is at least watchable. Number 2 is a little bit too stylish, but I mean after Dead Reckoning, nothing can go wrong. Aiden's turn.
All right, so mine are really in no particular order. So my number 5, I'm just going to start from the bottom, is the How to Train Your Dragon remake. I don't know. It looks really cool. It looks like it's actually staying faithful to the original source material to as best of a degree as it can. Also, I love the How to Train Your Dragon movies. They're like some of my favorite animated movies of all time. And yeah, I don't know. Just I don't know.
How
I'm
to,
excited.
How to Train Your Dragon is exceptional.
And
love
honestly,
those
I trust
movies.
DreamWorks with pretty much anything way more than I trust Disney. So if they want to make a live action remake, I'll give them a shot. I also just don't like Disney.
Yeah, that's
they're
very fair.
stupid dum dums.
Stupid dumb idiots. My next one, if you're done.
Yeah.
My fourth one is the Black Phone 2. I am such a huge fan of the original Black Phone. Ethan Hawke gives a fantastic performance in it as the grabber. And there's not really much. I don't know if much has been released about this one, but
Nope.
It's supposedly coming out this year. And so I am quite excited for it. It's going to be a lot of fun no matter what. The first one was an insane amount of fun. It was much better than I expected it to be. I expected it to be kind of a B-movie slasher, but it definitely wasn't.
It was a lot more psychological horror-y than I thought it was going to be, and that was really cool.
And I enjoyed the paranormal element of it too, which, again, did not expect that to happen. But yeah, it was fantastic. I'm interested to see what they do with it next. I hope it's on par with the original. I don't expect it to be better, but being on par would be okay with me.
I'm wondering how the story is going to play out. Like, if it's going to be like a he's back at it again, or if it's going to be like a they're going to take him down.
Yeah,
Either way, it would probably be a really good movie.
it likely will be. And the Black Phone holds a special place in my heart because it's one of the first movies I watched that actually started getting me into horror a bit more. Like, I had watched The Thing was one of my first horror movies I've watched.
Didn't you watch Toy Story 3?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, wait, no, you
Jurassic
didn't.
World.
Because you didn't finish it or
I
something.
didn't actually.
Same
Yeah.
with Jurassic World. Jurassic World.
But like, The Thing is my favorite horror movie of all time because it's also one of the first that I actually sat and watched through and appreciated. But The Black Phone is also up there as one of the ones that actually pushed me further into this genre that I love so much.
Dude, Scott Derrickson has 2 movies coming out this year. The Gorge and Black Phone 2. The Gorge. Oh, it's my turn. Sorry, my bad.
Sure, yeah. Sorry,
Shit, my bad,
Is that
jeez.
a segue?
Anyways.
Holy shit,
Hobart be
Scott
like-
Derrickson directed the first Doctor Strange?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
My number 4 is Sinners, which is the brand new Ryan Coogler film, his first original film since his debut, Fruitvale Station. Like all of his movies, it stars Michael B. Jordan as twins. This is apparently a vampire movie. The trailers and marketing hasn't said that, but the original press release about it called it a vampire movie. It stars Michael B. Jordan, as I said, Haley Steinfeld, Jack O'Connell, Wumi Musaku from Loki, Delroy Lindo, a bunch of others. It looks so good. Ryan Coogler made the Black Panther movies, and he made Creed. My guy knows how to direct movies. This is going to be really great. I cannot wait. This is going to be great.
Ado.
All right. Next one on my list is Paddington in Peru. Oh my God, I love Paddington. What an adorable little bear. I really liked the first movie, and I absolutely love the second movie. It's the best one.
You like a marmalade sandwich?
Oh, man. I wish I liked marmalade. I've tried it. I'm just not a fan of it. But Paddington in Peru just looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Paddington's always a lot of fun. Paddington's perfect.
He's just a little guy. My number 3 is going to be Marvel's Thunderbolts.
Asterix.
Asterisk, yes. There's an asterisk at the end of it. This is odd to be this excited for a Marvel movie. I haven't been this excited since pre-Endgame. But this coming out, I'm actually excited for it because Winter Soldier has grown on me as a character. Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes, he's grown on me. I really enjoy his character and the story he tells. I enjoy his dynamic with Steve Rogers in the movies and in some of the comics that I haven't personally read, but I've watched watched some video analyses on them, and it's quite fantastic. It looks quite good, and I've heard. Yes, Aiden?
I was making a joke. He said it's quite fantastic, and I mouthed.
Oh.
Say that again.
But in addition with that, apparently this movie is going to be majorly like practical. It's going to be largely all practical effects, which I am extremely excited for because when done right, I think practical effects can completely lord over CGI and how much they impress me. But only if they're done right. So I'm excited about that because I am a slut for good practical effects, as I have said before.
I'm gonna clip that so it just says I'm a slut. If I had a nickel for
I like
every
that.
time Lewis Pullman played a character named Bob, I would have 2 nickels.
Which isn't a lot.
It's going to happen twice,
It
right?
is.
Yeah. I am excited for this. It's not going to one I'm going to be like, oh, day one, I have to be there. But it's going to be a Marvel movie that I'm going to actually go to the theaters to check out, which hasn't happened in a very long time.
Yeah.
Because they haven't released any movies for a hot minute, but because I'm just not
The
interested.
last one was Deadpool and Wolverine.
Okay. I guess, yeah, that does count.
Anyways, my number, what is this, number 3?
3.
Number 3
Trace.
is the brand new Naked Gun film. This one has been in production for a while. It's directed by Akifa Schaffer, who is 1/3 of the Lonely Island, alongside Jorma Tacome and Andy Samberg. He directed Popstar, Hot Rod, and the Chippendales Rescue Rangers movie. And this movie stars Liam Neeson as Frank Draben's son, Frank Draben Jr. Don't know anything else about the film, but Liam Neeson, I think, can do the same kind of just like pure comedic genius that Leslie Nielsen does, where he plays everything so straight that it's hilarious. The film also has Pamela Anderson in it, Paul Walter Hauser, Kevin Durand, a bunch of others. I think it'll be really funny. I can't wait. I just thought it was a really interesting one to put in, so I thought I would.
I'm happy you mentioned that. I saw it and I thought it looked interesting, to say the least.
8-0.
All right. The next one I got. I don't think this is out yet, and I don't think it will have come out once this episode is out. But it's Love Hurts.
That doesn't come out until February.
Makes sense. Ki Kwan is awesome.
It's in my honorable mentions.
And I love a good action movie, and he is really good at what he does.
Yeah.
So I don't really know. I don't really know a whole lot about it, and I think I'm gonna try keeping my knowledge of this one to a minimum because I really want to go into this one.
Don't watch the trailer.
I've only seen like little bits of it, just
Don't
enough
watch
to
the whole
know
thing.
like
Yeah,
what
yeah.
it's about.
Don't watch the whole trailer because the whole trailer gives most of it away.
So
But it looks really,
I want
really
to go
good.
into this movie and just be absolutely blown away because I know I will be.
Yeah, like
So if we go to the theater, we'll make sure to cover your eyes when that trailer comes up, if it does.
much like Macklin did for Abigail.
Yep. So yeah.
Yeah, that movie it looks really, really fun. Ki Kwan, it looks incredible.
So he's got pretty high, he's got a black belt in Taekwondo, which is impressive, which is cool. My number 2 pick is Nobody 2. It's I mean, we've talked about Nobody a lot on this podcast. It's always been in conversation with John Wick and stuff like that because it's a fantastic movie. It's a lot of fun. It's there's not much I can say that we haven't said before, besides the fact that if you haven't seen it, I would highly recommend checking it out. It's oh my god, why can't I think of his name?
Saul Goodman.
Yeah, Saul Goodman. Bob Odenkirk. Bob Odenkirk gives an excellent performance. The action is top
Saul
notch.
Goodman.
Yeah, the action is top notch, and it's genuinely just so much fun. And so, because of how much fun I had with the first one, I'm expecting the second one to be as much, if not more fun. And so I hope to God that they do it justice.
Hey Macklin,
Yes,
what's the director's name of Nobody 2?
the director's name.
Wait for it.
Timo Janto. How do you say it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mouthed the grenade to Aiden
It's really funny.
because I was like, Aiden, watch this. I mouthed like the grenade and I threw it right at Macklin. I thought I was very proud of that.
You should be. That was a good one.
The director is like one of the best working action filmmakers right now. He just made The Shadow Strays, what's it called? The Night Comes for Us is wonderful, so can't go wrong. My turn. Number 2. This is gonna be a bit of a surprise, but my number 2 is Superman. This is the new James Gunn movie. I don't know if you know this about me, but I'm a big fan of Superman. We haven't actually talked about it on the podcast, but the trailer was fucking incredible. Holy shit! What the hell?
Yeah.
It cooked with like gas.
Yeah, it did. It cooked.
Oh.
It cooked so goddamn hard. It does exactly what a trailer needs to do, which is not spoil it for you, but just show you like what's going to happen in the movie.
I cried, my brother. So yeah, David Cornsweet's Superman, Rachel Brosnahan as Lois Lane, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, whole bunch of others. I can't wait. This looks like pure Superman, and I like something that Superman needs to be is a light of hope in dark times. Like Absolute Superman, the series right now is like probably one of my favorite series coming out because it really understands that, like how important hope is for Superman. And I think that this movie coming out when it is, I think it's just super poignant and powerful. So yeah.
Yeah. So I'm extremely excited for Superman, in no small part due to Sawyer's excitement for Superman.
Yay.
I'm sure that's going to be a day one watch.
Oh, you better fucking believe it.
We're talking about insane levels of hype. Jurassic World Rebirth.
Hey, this is number 2 slot. That's fair.
No, this is completely out of order.
I know.
I think, honestly, I think Paddington 2 would probably be my number 1 for 2025. I'm actually really excited to see that movie. But no, sorry. Jurassic World Rebirth looks cool. I love the franchise, at least what they've done with it recently. I hope that they don't mess it up completely, but who knows? They might. They've done it before.
And I'll do it again.
And they did it again.
And
what else can
again.
I say? ScarJo, thumbs up. That's all.
Sweet.
Good point.
Peace out.
Very nice. All right, now it's time for the number ones.
Number one.
For me, my number 1 is Leigh Whannell's Wolfman. I'm extremely excited about this movie. We're gonna see this quite soon, I hope. It's realistically, once I see it, it'll probably be disappointed. But I love werewolves. They're one of my favorite kind of mythological, folklorish esque creatures. I don't know why I love them so much, but it's just a really cool concept, and they are like a fantastic creature / villain for a horror movie, especially because there's a lot of lore and like myths surrounding them, so you can kind of make the story whatever you want to, because there's no concrete story of it, because everyone has a kind of different interpretation.
Usually it involves a wolf man.
Yeah, usually involves a half wolf, half man thing. Usually that, and more often than not, can be killed with a silver bullet or silvered weapons, and the full moon brings out their curse in the worst way, sort of thing. Those are kind of like the key points that people usually hit with werewolves. But I'm very excited for this. I'm okay if it's mediocre. I'm okay if it's bad, but I am excited for this just because werewolves are like a super awesome creature, and depending on the media, they can be done very well or they can be like Twilight, which is my all-time least favorite representation of a werewolf ever. Anyway,
I fortunately have not seen any of the Twilight films.
Me either.
don't. Not good.
Okay. My number one is still set to be released this year. There's rumors of it being pushed until next year, and I pray that it doesn't happen because I really, really want to see the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie that is currently, as far as I know, untitled. The rumored title is The Battle of Batkin Cross. Bacton Cross. It stars Leonardo DiCaprio, Regina Hall, Alana Haim, Teyana Taylor, Benicio del Toro, Sean Penn, Chase Infinity, a whole bunch of other people. We don't know anything about the plot, but the film was shot in IMAX, which is wild for PTA. He's never shot in IMAX before. This is going to be his biggest movie of all time, of his career, obviously. He's my favorite filmmaker of all time. I don't think he's made a bad movie ever. They're at the very least they're all watchable. But I can't wait. When I tell you that I'll be seeing this day one on a big screen, and when I say big screen, I mean IMAX. I'm not lying. I cannot wait. So I hope this comes out, because if it doesn't, I'll be sad. Aiden, what's your last one?
My last one literally just changed because you brought that up, and I was like, completely unrelated. I was like, you know what? I'm actually way more excited for this movie than this other movie.
You're welcome.
My number one, which this is now ranked as number one, is Mark Fishbach's Iron Lung. Holy hell am I pumped. Should come out this year. It's done. From all the information that I've heard, it's done being made. It just needs to be put out there. So I'm really hoping that it comes out this year.
I hope it releases in theaters.
It will. It's a theaters movie.
Fantastic.
But I'm so excited. Everything I've heard about it is absolutely fantastic. The trailers look so cool. I've recently, not recently, but as of last couple months, I've been watching a lot more stuff about it, and the game itself, because it draws direct. It's the writer of the game is one of the writers of the movie. So it's, dude, I cannot express how good this movie is going to be.
I'm excited for it. Iron Lung is a very fascinating game, a very well made game. I always love indie games that are made and they turn out to be super fantastic.
I just love the story. I think it's such an interesting concept, something that I've genuinely never heard before. It's so unique.
So now it's time for our honorable mentions, I do believe.
Yeah.
Just give a couple, give them all. It doesn't really matter.
I have so many.
Then just give a couple, Sawyer.
I'm giving them all.
Sounds good.
Give them all.
For one I want to do first is Superman. It wasn't my top 5. It was my number 4 most anticipated, but I switched it out because I wanted Sawyer to be able to talk about it by himself. Because he loves the movie. He loves Superman.
I love Superman.
So here are a few. We've got Now You See Me 3. Love the other 2 movies. I hope this will be pretty.
Aiden, where the fuck was that on your list?
It's in my honorable mentions.
Dominic Sessa, Justice Smith, and it's Now You See Me 3.
I know.
This movie was made for you, man.
I know.
This not being on your list was a big surprise for me.
These ones aren't in any particular order. Also, Fantastic Four: First Steps. I'm excited to see the Fantastic Four hit the big screen yet again. Hopefully in a better movie.
I hope it's fantastic.
Say that again.
4.
It.
Another one, Sinners. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm quite certain of that. A horror movie coming out on Valentine's Day called Heart Eyes.
The trailer for that looks really good. It looks
does.
really fun.
It's made by the same people who made Thanksgiving, so that gives me some confidence.
From the same. I don't think it's from. Eli Roth didn't make the movie though.
No, he didn't. Josh Rubin directed it, but it's from.
He made Werewolves Within, and I really like that movie.
But then the last one.
He's also. If you've ever seen those clips from Game Changer, or
Oh wait, that Josh Rubin?
That Josh Rubin.
No way.
The very fucking same.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm being 100%
Dude, that's
real.
actually. I gotta watch this movie.
Yeah, I didn't realize that it was that it was the same until I looked at it and I was like, ain't no fucking way, dude.
That's. Oh my god.
Yeah.
And then last one I'll call out is FNAF 2 because the first one, it's a lot of fun. And I'm excited for the second one, but it's nothing that I'm going to be freaking out over, I'm sure. Much like the first one wasn't anything I'm freaking out over. It's just going to be fun. Sawyer, what you got for your honorable mentions?
Are you ready for this?
Ready.
Hell yeah.
All right. I'll go top to bottom. So James Cameron is coming back with Avatar: Fire and Ash. 3 more hours in Avatar. I can't wait. Huge fan. Both of the first movies are so good, especially the second one. Bong Joon-ho is back with Mickey 17. Just want to watch the movie, man. It just keeps getting pushed back and changed. I think it's gonna be really good. I have The Monkey on here, but we already talked about that. Joseph Kosinski, the filmmaker behind Top Gun Maverick, among a bunch of others, is made F1, which stars Brad Pitt, and it looks really cool. Brad Pitt actually did some actual F1 driving. Edgar Wright is remaking The Running Man with Glenn Powell starring. It's got an all-star cast. And I mean, I can't. It'll be good. I think it'll be fun. I really hope that Saw 11 comes out this year, because Saw X was so good. So I just really hope. I have Love Hurts on here because that looks so fun. There's a new Final Destination movie coming out this year that I think might be about firefighters or something. I can't remember. Oh. I don't like that. The filmmakers, one of the filmmakers behind it, one of the filmmakers behind it directed Leprechaun Origins, and the two of them together directed the live-action Kim Possible movie.
Ooh.
So
Interesting.
let's hope that this is better than those. Mark Anthony Green has a film coming out called Opus, starring Io Debris and John Malkovich. Where a young writer goes to the remote compound of a legendary pop star who mysteriously disappeared 30 years ago. Surrounded by the star's cult of sycophants and intoxicated journalists, she finds herself in the middle of his twisted plan. It just sounds really great. I love Io Debris. John Malkovich is always great, so I'll be there. Christopher Landon, the filmmaker behind the Happy Death Day movies and Freaky, has a new movie coming out called Drop, which stars Megan Faye as a mother who gets anonymous airdrops to her phone during her first date in a long time. So I'm very interested in how this is going to work, but I do really like Christopher Landon. His last film, We Have a Ghost, wasn't my favorite. I wasn't a big fan of that. But I will give him the benefit of the doubt because Freaky and Happy Death Day are so good. I've got a Working Man on here, so I'm very excited about this. There's a new movie from Eli Craig who made Tucker and Dale versus Evil, which is really fun. That's called Clown in a Cornfield. It's based on a book by Adam Cesar. It's a horror movie that looks really, really fun. So I can't wait for this. I think it'll be, at the very least, I think it'll be fun. There's 2 Steven Soderbergh movies coming out this year. The first one is Presence. And then the one that I'm most excited for is Black Bag, where 2 spies are married to each other, and one of them has to go after the other. Stars Cate Blanchett and Michael Fassbender, among a bunch of other big names. It looks actually super duper sick. So I look forward to that. Josh Safdie's new movie, Marty Supreme, which is a fictional story where Tim Chalamet is Marty, who is a ping pong master. The cast of this movie is friggin' crazy. Timothy Chalamet, Gwyneth Paltrow, Tyler the Creator, Fran Drescher, Kevin O'Leary, Abel Ferreira, who's a director. What the fuck, dude? This is. But Josh Safdie is half of the Safdie brothers, so yeah.
Very nice.
Yes. I don't know if it's coming out this year, but in case it is, I'll say The Smashing Machine, which is Benny Safdie's new movie starring Dwayne Johnson and Emily Blunt. There was that one picture that was released of the movie, and it looks really the Rock looks unrecognizable, but I'm excited. I've only got 3 more. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do this as fast as possible.
I'm good.
The next movie on my list is Begonia, which is Yorgos Lanthimos' movie, where 2 conspiracy-obsessed young men kidnapped a high-powered CEO of a major company, convinced that she is an alien intent on destroying planet Earth.
And that CEO, Nicole Kidman.
No, it's actually Emma Stone.
Damn. Ooh.
It's not a baby girl crossover. It stars Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Alicia Silverstone, bunch of others. Yorgos Lanthimos has made 3 movies in the past 3 years. All of them star Emma Stone, and I respect it. The pair can't stop working together. The next one, I'm pretty sure this is releasing this year, but so I'll add it. If it doesn't come out this year, I'll talk it again next year. Whatever. So Frankenstein, Guillermo del Toro's adaptation of the novel, with Oscar Isaac playing the titular Frankenstein. Jacob Elordi is the monster. Mia Goth is Elizabeth.
Ooh, this sounds really
Christoph Waltz. I'm super excited for this. This is gonna be great. And then the last one I want to touch on is Shelby Oaks, which is the film by Chris Stuckman, who's like a YouTuber, and it looks really interesting and fun, unique. So
nice.
So those are my most anticipated. I apologize for going on and on and on and on and on, but I'm very excited for movies.
Well, I definitely don't have as many honorable mentions as you, but I do have a
and
couple.
it's okay to talk on and on. That's kind of what this podcast is just us talking.
Very true.
All right, so my honorable mentions, starting from the bottom in no particular order. Now You See Me 3, really excited for that movie. As you listed everyone that I can totally remember all the names of, really excited.
Well, every time I'm like, yo, this person's in the movie. You're like, that person's in the movie?
Because I recognize, I can put the face to the name once I hear the name.
Well, yeah, no. That's what I mean. It's like I'm like, yo, Dominic Sessa from Holdovers,
Yeah.
Justice Smith. You know,
Detective
Justice Smith.
Pikachu.
Yeah, that works. Hey, that works. Like, and then all the returning cast.
I really like the Now You See Me movies. Nobody 2. I really like the first one. I'm hoping that the second one is just as good, if not better. Until Dawn, we talked about a little before.
Mm-hmm.
Looks pretty neat. And Avatar: Fire and Ash. I like it. I think it's really cool and pretty interesting world building. I'm excited to see them expand their little universe a bit more, even though it's one planet.
Nice.
Awesome.
I guess one moon.
Is it one moon?
Pandora is a moon of like a specific planet. I don't remember.
Cool.
If you watch the movie. No, I was kidding.
I watched the movie. Don't remember that. Sweet. All right. Well, it's been a hot minute, but now it's time for the content that we have consumed.
But first, it is time for everybody's favorite segment. Sawyer watches up the James Bond movies and tells you whether or not they're good or not. So this week, it totally wasn't 2 weeks ago. Over 2 weeks ago now. I watched the third Roger Moore James Bond movie, The Spy Who Loved Me. So this is... it was directed by Lewis Gilbert, who also made You Only Live Twice, which is okay. This one, and he also made the next James Bond movie, which is probably my most anticipated one to watch, which is Moonraker. But this movie is a ton of fun. I was super surprised by how much I like this movie. It starts with just a really sick fake out where it's like there's a Russian spy that's like their James Bond, quote unquote, and there's like James Bond, and you think that you find two characters lying in bed, and it's like, which one of these Russian people is James Bond? And it turns out it's the woman.
Okay.
Just a really, really wonderful fake out because you like close up of like hairy chest like right away, and you're like, there's their James Bond, and then she's like, yes, I will do that, and it's just really great. The chemistry between her and James Bond is incredible. I was honestly really blown away by this movie. I just had a ton of fun with it. It's the first appearance of Richard Kiel as Jaws, who, like the name implies, is a man that has metal jaws or metal teeth. This movie was just really fun. I had a great time. I'm looking forward to watching Moonraker because it's the most out there of the James Bond movies. He goes to space. But yeah.
Space.
Yeah, so I tried to get the book Goldfinger because is still my favorite James Bond movie so far. But I wasn't at the bookstore or else I would have bought it. But anyways.
All right.
Let's get into the real content we've consumed.
Who wants to go first? I can go first. All right. For listeners out there, as soon as I asked that, Aiden immediately pointed at me. I wasn't just taking the spot.
I didn't realize that. I was looking at my iPad, you guys, and so I was like, it was like so quick that I didn't have a chance to look up to see
Like
Aiden.
the second I just went, you.
Yeah, it's not me just wanting to talk. The content I've consumed, I mean, we all consumed this.
Yeah, we did.
Including with the Fallen Wizard. May he rest in his apartment.
R.I.P.
Sleep with one eye open, Clark.
It is Robert. Oh my God! I'm gonna make
Robert Eggers.
I'm going to make sure.
Robert Eggers.
Yeah, Robert Eggers. I want to
Starring Natalie Portman.
Yeah. Robert Eggers' new film
And Adam
Nosferatu.
Sandler playing Dracula once again.
What a
reprising his role.
What a fantastic movie. This was so much fun. I have a few gripes with it, nothing major, but it is just, it's so incredibly well made.
May I ask what your gripes are?
It's literally like one thing. It's the fact that, and it was intentional, I know, is that Nosferatu is very hard to understand. Like a lot of his words were lost. On me, at least, I just couldn't understand.
What do you mean?
Yeah, because he's talking like...
What do you mean?
He's talking
Blah,
with
blah,
a
blah.
heavy, like, Transylvanian accent.
Not hard to understand.
And he also has, like, 5 layers of, like, phlegm on his voice, too. So there were a few lines where I lost it, but I didn't want to ask anyone what was going on because I was so enraptured by the film. I did think this movie starred Natalie Portman because Lily Rose Depp looks quite similar to her in this movie. Like, she has a very odd likeness to Natalie Portman, but the performances in this are absolutely top-notch by everyone. Nicholas Hoult, Willem Dafoe, Aaron Taylor-Johnson, everyone.
Emma Corrin,
Willem Dafoe.
You said Willem Dafoe
I'm
already.
sorry. I didn't think I did. Bill
His
Skarsgård.
twin Willem
Ralph
Dafoe.
Innocent.
Everyone truly gives such a fantastic performance. The lighting in it is...
Stacy too.
Sorry. It's all right.
I'm over here just reading the cast.
I do have one question.
Yeah.
What's up?
Sorry,
What are those?
Nicholas Hoult was Lily Rose Depp's
Husband.
husband?
Yes.
I wasn't sure if they were married yet.
Yeah,
They were married.
Because at the start of the movie, he's like, or she's like, the honeymoon was not long enough.
Oh,
And she's like, come
okay.
back to bed, come back to bed.
And the start of the movie, multiple people are
Yeah.
like, "Oh, you gotta take this job."
The question is, did he play Renfield in Renfield?
Yeah, he was Renfield.
I knew it.
And
The
speaking
entire time I was like, he has to become Renfield. It's like the multiverse right there.
he's also Lex Luthor in Superman.
in the coming Superman movie. But anyway, the movie is shot very, very well.
It's gorgeous.
It's a gorgeous movie. I love the fact that the movie is like in the day it's colorful, at night it's black and white, reminiscent of the old black and white movie. And then as soon as the Count gets introduced, and he's brought into the city where everyone is, everything starts to become a lot bleaker. And then once he's defeated, then like everything becomes colorful again. It's extremely just fantastic work by Robert Eggers. He's directed a few things that I so badly want to see.
I have seen all of his movies.
The Lighthouse being chief of those, but yeah, I won't talk too much more about it. But it is just fantastic.
May I?
Please.
I fucking love this movie. I was blown away. It would probably be on my best of the year for sure. This might be my favorite Robert Eggers. I'm not sure yet. Currently, it is. I just like the lighting in this is so impeccable. It's like all of his other movies. But this one, like, you can tell that he's really mastered his like period piece aesthetic. Like, it's all like the scenes are lit with candlelight. They blew out the specific candles they needed to get the lighting that they wanted perfectly. Like, bro, how the fuck do you do that? Lily Rose Depp gives an incredible performance. Like, I didn't realize how great she was, but she fucking blew me away. Nicholas Hoult is great in everything. Bill Skarsgård is like, that's not Bill Skarsgård, is it? No, it was.
That's Nosferatu.
He completely transforms into Nosferatu. Willem Dafoe is like he is in every single other Robert Eggers movie. Incredible. Other than The Witch, he's not in The Witch, but
He's not incredible in The Witch because he doesn't have a chance to be.
And I gotta shout out Ralph Ineson for just being the guy that shows up in like a shit ton of stuff and always does incredible work. He's gonna play Galactus, by the way.
Oh, hell yeah.
In case you were curious. So super excited.
Yeah.
I just really, really loved Nosferatu. Aiden, do you have anything to say? Hasn't already been said.
No.
Yeah. Also, fair warning, if you go watch it, it's weird and it's quite hard to understand.
It's fucking awesome.
It is awesome.
I didn't
but
find it hard to understand.
It's gothic and freaky as fuck.
I thought it was pretty straightforward movie, actually.
Some people have said online that it's quite hard to understand, so I wanted to give that warning that you might find it hard to understand.
If it's hard to understand, then go fuck yourself.
If it's hard to understand, watch better movies. That's coming from me. I watched Sonic 3, which is also like actually
fantastic.
the best movie in the world, and got Nosferatu.
Who's up next?
Sawyer.
All right. If you know me and you've listened,
Speaking of
If it
freaky,
pleases the court.
no. If I think everybody here knows me and knows that if there's one thing that I love, it's my beautiful boys Wallace and Gromit, and they returned with Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul, and it's on Netflix, and it was so good.
Go watch it right now.
Pause the podcast, watch Wallace and Gromit: Vengeance Most Foul, come back and finish the episode.
And then you can be like, oh my god, no, he was totally right. And then you trust him.
So this is the return of Feathers McGraw from The Wrong Trousers, which is probably the best Wallace and Gromit piece of media. There's the train sequence in that is fucking incredible. It's so good that not even the people that made it know how they did it. Like, I'm not even lying. The film was directed by Nick Park and Merlin Crossingham, most British name ever made. And it's so good, dude. I just like there's no words that I just like. I can't put to words how much it means to me to just have another Wallace and Gromit movie. Like just watching it, I was filled with like so much joy. I actually watched this right before we went and saw Nosferatu because Aiden insisted on us going to the later show of that, so we had time to watch this.
You're welcome.
It's a brisk 79 minutes. I guess if we're doing spoilers for Nosferatu, I can do spoilers for this. If you'd like to watch this, Macklin, you shouldn't listen to this because I'm doing spoilers.
Okay.
The ending of this is hilarious because it is basically Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 1, the finale of that. But there's no way that it was purposeful because this would have had to be started at least a year or two before that was even out.
Yeah, it's crazy how long these movies take.
But like you can see all the craftsmanship. So it's
Like,
wonderful.
I was watching this, it felt like one of those videos where it's like back shots or like a successful acting career. It's like a successful acting career would be a great thing to have.
Good. That was a great thing for an audio.
So if you know the videos, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Aiden, do you want to take over? Do you have anything to say about Wallace and Gromit? Because I know you watched it too, and you were a big fan.
I watched it with my parents, and it was a really, really, really fun movie. Again, craftsmanship was amazing. Acting in it was really good. Gromit, the best. What a champ.
Gromit is quite possibly the greatest character in all of cinema.
I think I would have to agree.
Like honestly, who's a better dog, Scooby-Doo or Gromit?
Gromit. There's not even a question.
I haven't even seen it, but I would tell you you're Gromit.
I'm gonna say it's a tie.
Really?
What about what about?
I'm just saying though.
No, you cannot pit
Here's
three
the
kings
thing.
against each other.
Yeah,
Snoopy, Scooby-Doo, and Gromit are three kings.
They're all icons
They are
in
the
their own
Father,
way.
the Son, and the Holy Spirit. The Father being
running the Roly Spirit.
the Father being Snoopy,
Because
Yeah.
he's the oldest.
the Son being
I would say Gromit.
and the Holy Spirit being Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
That's canonical to Jesus.
It's Jesus canon
That's
right there.
lore right there.
Sorry.
Hardcore lore drop, guys.
Catholic lore right
I
there.
think, yeah.
Okay. Do you want to get into your content, Aiden?
All right. So when was this as of recording this last week? Thursday, Wednesday?
It was Wednesday of last week.
Sawyer and I had traveled to the movie theater, and I was only like a little bit late, but that doesn't matter.
We were perfectly on time, and I treated Aiden to a wonderful picture.
He did. It was really great. It was probably my favorite. What's the guy's name?
David Fincher.
David Fincher.
I was gonna say Michael Fassbender. That's the actor in
Killer.
The Killer.
I would say that for me, this is top 3, but that's saying something because this is incredible.
Yeah,
I
I
don't-
don't really like the movie Zodiac.
Yeah, it is.
It's so freaking fantastic. It's I think a really interesting kind of, not really take, but like kind of.
It's a really interesting way of telling the story.
Yeah, because
it's-
like so many serial killers are like talking about the serial killer and like their kills and like which this does, but it focuses so much more on like how it affects everybody and like everyone as a part of the story.
Yeah, it's the thing that like really stuck out to me this time was how much this movie isn't about the serial killer, and it's more about how like
Just how much the cops
how
suck.
inept the system, like pre-internet, like the system between the cops are, because like if this had happened today, this like the man like the Zodiac killer would be found. Like that is just that's fact. That's what this movie says.
No, it was kind of crazy just to see the difference in their abilities just from like a couple decades lost in technology kind of thing. But it was really, really interesting. No, I really like that movie. I think it's super interesting. it's got a really crazy opening, and I think the ending's really, really cool too.
Mm-hmm.
I think all around the movies, it's constantly interesting. Like, I don't really think there's a moment in the movie that's like boring,
Yeah.
or like that's not worth attention.
Mhm.
It's always like you're always glued to the screen
Yeah.
watching it.
I seeing this on the big screen was like just glorious. Like I can't wait to watch more. I hope to see at the very least the social network. I'd like to see
That would
Gone
be
Girl.
really cool too.
Gone Girl on the big screen because Gone Girl is so good, dude.
When's the Social Network coming?
It's there now. I think it's playing on Saturday.
I'd go watch that.
Me too.
But yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry.
So, no, if you haven't seen the movie, I really, really, really highly
100%.
recommend going to see it.
100%.
No, it's crazy. I think it's probably my favorite piece of like serial killer, true crime kind of media.
Yeah, it's just incredible. All of the cast give us incredible performances.
Jake Gyllenhaal. I think that might be like one of the first times that I ever like really like saw him as like an actor in like something.
Right.
And it was really that or Source Code, which crazy two movies, but
That's awesome. That's so funny.
and then Spider-Man Far From Home came out, and I'm pretty sure I went, "That's the guy from Source Code."
Respect, Aiden.
So yeah, that's how you can tell my movie knowledge.
Well, I think that was a good one to get back into the swing of things for the new year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So,
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah.
with that,
Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah.
Ironically, every time Sawyer did that, the mic light turned red. It was like it was censoring itself. I know it's not, because
Yes.
if
Fuck
Macklin
yeah.
does edit
Fuck
it, you're
yeah.
gonna
Fuck
hear,
yeah. Fuck yeah.
please stop.
Fuck yeah.
Please stop. I don't want
you're
to.
gonna clearly hear that.
I'm just trying to see how many times Macklin will actually censor it.
We'll do it as best I can. And with that, I'm Macklin.
I'm Aiden.
And I think I'm Sawyer.
We are the Wizards 3. Thank you very much for listening.
You.
Happy 2025. We're happy to be here, and we're going to be here to stay. So
Your
we'll
most
see you all
anticipated
next
podcast
time.
might as well be this one, bitch.
Oh.
Thank you so much for listening to that episode. Now, if you care to stick around, we got a quick little self-promotional sketch for you.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Okay. We're doing good. I just have to ask you one thing.
Okay.
Have you always been a monkey? Sorry, an ape.
Yeah.
Did you, Aiden? Did you get better manned?
Well, I
Aiden?
mean, not.
Motherfucker. Aiden, how long have you been living in your story?
Just
Are we
like-
just background characters in your Better Man movie?
No.
Better Man 7, Aiden Skifton?
No, not at all. Like secondary, primary to characters.
So we're like the less important band
How
members.
come we don't get to be monkeys?
You're like the Dustin and
Oh, yeah?
Dustin and Lucas to my 11. What?
You know, I don't remember you being a monkey last week.
It's true.
The last time I saw you, you were a human. Like, what the fuck happened?
I saw you earlier today, and you were a human.
Like, what happened? Where did the monkey come from?
Well, I mean, it's like my spirit animal.
Okay, I'm just like curious. You look like you're about to go apes together strong.
I mean, that is true.
So, Aiden, explain to us why you're a monkey.
I mean, it's really a difficult process to explain. It was really convoluted and
Evolution.
complicated, and
Okay, was it like a surgery? Like, did you have to sign away your life
think
rights?
more like wildcrats.
Excuse me? What the fuck are you talking about?
You know,
I know what you're talking about, but
see, Macklin gets it.
see, the thing is that it doesn't work like that because you are just a monkey. You're not like
It's like really high tech. It's not one of like the branded things.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
Well, how come it was? Well, we all know the Better Man series. It was Robbie Williams.
Yeah,
I was a monkey for a little bit. I was the sequel for some reason.
exactly. So you get it.
Well, yeah, I wasn't. I was only monkey for like a week. You.
Well, yeah.
How
but
long
it
are you
just
gonna be monkey for?
I don't know. Maybe like 4 more days.
Okay, that makes more sense. Kesha, Tom Holland,
Tom Hardy
Tom Hardy, and then the one right before you,
was Michael Fassbender.
Michael Fassbender.
Yeah.
True.
I'm kind of
He directed Zodiac, right?
That was David Fincher.
Yeah. Kind of sad I haven't gotten one yet.
Well, maybe by 10.
Maybe by 10. Maybe by
I don't know why I was the sequel, but whatever.
Yeah, it's true.
They were like,
I think
yo.
mine's getting a post-credit scene actually.
Is it going to be a post-credit scene? What's going to be in the post-credit scene?
I don't.
Is
Really
it the same as the
remember. It was-
Kingsman? Is Adolf Hitler going to come out?
No, it was something way more interesting than that. I think they did they not call you?
Not yet. But what is it? What is it?
Well, they were gonna do something for our podcast.
Well, what were they going to do?
Well,
Just explain. Just go through it.
they were gonna do this whole thing. So
Walk us through the post-credit scene of your Better Man.
So we
movie.
all know the ending of
Aiden
Better
Skifton,
Man.
Of
Better
course.
Man 6.
Yeah, so
Super
we all
Friends,
know
Teams,
how
Teslas.
exactly everything about it. So basically, the movie ends in the way that the movies end.
Of course.
Good
By cutting,
point.
by fading to black and then credits.
What have you not seen Better Man?
Credits.
The credits roll, and then at the end of the movie, this is what
there's the mid-credit scene, obviously, which
Well,
is trying to tie it into the Bad Guys franchise.
Of
as
course.
you do.
Yep.
There's the other one with the where the next one's revealed to be the Talk to a
True.
podcast. girl.
That was the 4th movie, and to be honest, they dropped the ball on that one anyways.
Can we stop
Anyways.
talking about fucking talk to a... Continue,
So
please.
basically, their pitch was that like we would all come on, and we'd all be Better Man. I mean, maybe you. I don't really know what their deal with you was, but at least we were gonna be because we
Well,
already know that.
we're getting the band back together.
It's
We're
'cause you're
getting the
better
band
men.
back together.
Yeah, we are Better Men.
Exactly.
It'll be called the Better Men: The Wizards 3, and then what else is going to be in?
And then they were just going to do like this whole like the origin of our Instagram at the Wizards 3 podcast, and then they were going to do I think they wanted to kind of tie in the story of our Twitter, which is at the Wizards 3.
Yep.
And then they were gonna do like this really interesting montage segment about our YouTube, the Wizards 3, and our Twitch at the twitch.tv/the Wizards 3 Gaming.
And also, well, if they're watching the film on something that isn't where they usually would, we could probably talk about the Spotify.
That is true. I think
put
that was gonna be somewhere near the ending.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay. Oh no, it's good. I was just making sure that was included.
There was
It's going to be so
I
far
think
at the
there
end,
was,
it's going to be the start of the next movie.
There was supposed
Yeah.
to be a tie-in, I think, with one of their other upcoming movies. I don't remember specifically. which one it
Nosferatu
was.
2.
Nosferatu. This time
Nosferatu.
he's a monkey.
Nosferatu Electric Monkey Lou.
I am a monkey around.
And I'm starting to sound a little bit like Trump.
I am a monkey.
I'm a vampire.
So, but yeah, that was basically what their pitch was. So, what do you guys think? We down?
I'm down.
I'm down.
They did say
they've
we would
already-
have to pay a deposit of $3,000 or something.
I can get a loan from a small loan of $1 million from I was just on
Drunky.
I just sounded like a monkey. It's already happening. Better Man, The Wizards 3, Better Man.